Next up, at UFC Sao Paulo, we have Rodolfo Vieira taking on Armen Petrosyan. Rodolfo Vieira, 9-2 overall, 3-2 in his last 5. He is alternating a couple of wins and a couple of losses. He's taking on Armen Petrosyan, 8-2 overall, 4-1 in his last 5. He's riding a 2-fight win streak. This is a clash of the styles. We got Rodolfo Vieira, incredibly high-level BJJ guy, world-level Brazilian jiu-jitsu competitor. He's wildly explosive, has insane athleticism, very good power as well. Striking's not great, but he could actually keep it clean and do something. He was out-striking Chris Curtis in that fight. His takedowns, again, not great, but he's so fast, he's so athletic that he can make a poor entry happen. He can make something work. He is famous for having like no cardio whatsoever, but he has seemed to clean that up a little bit.
He's cleaned it up. I was arguing with people in Discord about this too. I mean, that Chris Curtis fight, he shot 7 takedowns in the first round, threw over 30 total strikes. I'm going off of memory right now because that's what I do. It's improv all the way. 7 takedowns in the first round, 31 total strikes. Second round came out, threw over 60 strikes, and attempted 3 takedowns. In the third round, attempted 10 more takedowns. Now, they're not the best takedowns, but he's still, typically, if you don't have cardio, you're not doing that, right? You're getting pushed around, you're getting finished. He's cleaned up his cardio.
Like I said. And he, where the hell was, and he famously is also known for not enjoying fighting. He's very public about, I don't like fighting, it's not my thing, blah, blah, blah.
He says it scares him.
But we just watched him come off that win over Cody Brundage where he was dropped bad. They only gave it 1 knockdown. It was 2. And frankly, he put himself together. He stood back up. He stayed in that fight. He came out in the second round and won that fight. Yeah, a lot of that was because Cody Brundage made terrible decisions. But my point being, for a guy that doesn't really like to fight, he sucked it up. He could have quit. He could have turned his head, whatever, let the referee. He didn't. He sucked it up. He stayed in it. He came out, and he won that fight. So he's a lot tougher than he leads on as well. He's taking on Armen Petrosyan. I mentioned battle of the styles. Rodolfo Vieira, high-level grappler. Armen Petrosyan, high-level striker. This guy was a professional kickboxer before transitioning to MMA. He can be a brawler at times. He does rely on his chin a little bit. Takedown defense, not great. Not great, but he has phenomenal scramble skills and a good get-up game. He pops right back up. He's coming off that win over Christian Leroy Duncan, where Christian was spinning around trying to showcase some nonsense, and Armen just beat him with just good old-fashioned solid technique. This is great matchmaking. Frankly, I assumed Armen had we've broken it down a bunch of times. It just felt like he has a long fighting career, but he doesn't. 8-2 in MMA. So they're very evenly matched as far as records and experience are concerned. I've said this a few times in a couple of my breakdowns. The line is like razor thin, keeps bouncing back and forth. Whoever wins this fight is going to look like a massive favorite. It's either going to be Rodolfo, boom with the takedown, bang with the submission, done. Or Armen's going to be defending these takedowns that are going to look pathetic and then just piece this guy up on his feet. I think it's a very, very clear win from one of these guys. I don't think it's going to be a close fight, but figuring out who is going to get that clear win is a much trickier thing to do. I am going to lean Rodolfo. His athleticism is insane. His takedowns don't even need to be that good to get Armen to the ground. So I'm going to lean Rodolfo here. He's going to be the pick, but man, this is a great fight matchmaking-wise, but a super hard fight to pick. What do you think, Jakey boy?
Listen, I know a lot of people, and it sounds like from the Discord and what I've heard from other people, that a lot of people are on the Armen side. And the reasoning behind that, because everything you said, the whole breakdown you said was absolutely true, right? Rodolfo wants to get the fight to the ground. He's got okay takedowns. Seems like the takedowns are getting a little bit better. Armen is the kickboxer. All it comes down to is can Armen defend the takedowns? And every time somebody's going to bring it up this week, you're going to hear in Discords, on Twitter, Armen Petrosyan went back to Dagestan. He was back in Dagestan. He's learned how to wrestle. Now he knows how to wrestle. He was in Dagestan. Was he in Dagestan for 6 months? He learns how to wrestle. If you're putting your hopes and dreams and parlays and money lines on the fact that you just hope that Armen can defend a takedown, when he has shown against very physical wrestlers like Kyle, or against Gregory Rodriguez, the people that get in there with really strong blast doubles and are real physical with their takedowns, he is not even close to defending those. All of a sudden, he's going to defend those because he's been in Dagestan for 6 months when you haven't even seen it in a live fight. If Rodolfo gets him to the ground, Armen has shown, to his credit, really good submission defense. But those are against people, I mentioned my quick pick video, those are against people almost like the midterm exam, right? If you go to the ground with Rodolfo, that's kind of the final exam. And yeah, you might do good on the midterm exams. You might be acing those. But when it comes to the final exam, sometimes you fuck up. And if you fuck up on the ground versus Rodolfo, you are going to get submitted. I believe that if you're putting your money on something, you have to put your money on what have I seen in these fights and not hopes and dreams. Trust me, I've put plenty of money on hopes, on dreams, on loneliness, on horniness, on everything. But I have to go with what I know. I know Rodolfo can come through, be physical with takedowns. He couldn't get Chris Curtis to the ground, but Chris Curtis has very, very good takedown defense. He's going to get on Armen. He's going to take him down because I haven't seen Armen defend one of those takedowns. That's how simple this breakdown should be. I think Rodolfo is able to get the takedowns. He's shown that he's cleaned up his cardio, and if he gets him down, especially early, he is extremely, extremely dangerous. Much more dangerous than anybody. This guy's a world-renowned jiu-jitsu champion. So until I see, and maybe, obviously, if Armen defends a takedown, he's probably going to win, Angelo. He's probably going to win, Angelo. But I just haven't seen it, Angelo. I haven't seen it. Angelo, I haven't seen it.
You agree that whoever wins this fight's going to look like it's going to be dominant? I don't think this is a back and forth fight. I think it's. Just
I think if Armen defends the takedowns, he's not. One of the biggest things too is Armen's not a dangerous guy. You're going to see these knockouts. Those are regional knockouts. He hasn't finished in the UFC contender series, I think, but not like in the actual UFC. He's not a dangerous striker. And Rodolfo has shown, even when he gets clipped against probably a more powerful puncher than Cody Brundage, even though it is Cody Brundage, that he can kind of survive. I don't think he's going to have the power. And if he's defended the takedowns, Rodolfo has shown he might be able to do enough in the striking to still win this fight. I mean, if it's a close fight in Brazil, I'll take the judges leaning on Rodolfo fucking 10 out of 10 times. I mean, that guy's pretty well known around there, around those parts.
Around these parts. Down here, partner. Yeah, I'll take the wildly athletic grappler to beat the striker who gets taken down. I mean, that's just how simple I'm going to keep it. So, no bet, though. I mean, if the odds go wild and for some reason Armen soars as a massive favorite, maybe I will, but I'm going to leave it alone just because
I have bets on
this could go either way. I saw those bets I did see. Okay, that's an interesting sound. $7,900 in DraftKings, though. I think I will shoot my shot there. We're getting under $8,000. We're going to get him at $7,900. A guy that could get in with a couple of takedowns, some solid control time, potentially a submission. I'll take that. What about you? What do you think with DraftKings?
Yep.
You agree? Okay. Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall. Humpty Dumpty's going to pitch premium. WeWantPicks.com. Click become a member. It is only $10 a month. You'll unlock everything you have ever needed for every single fight in a month.
That guy said, it says my email is already in use. Sounds like a personal problem then.
Sounds like you've signed up before. So use your email. Click. So Jackson said he's trying to sign up for premium. He's struggling. If it says your email is already in use, use your email and then click forgot password. It'll email you a reset. You change your password. You log in and then you just update your payment method and you're good to go. You must have had an account. You know, we've had premium for a little over a year. I'm sure you created an account at some point.